hello, dear ones. Robert Brzezinski with you. It is time for evening prayers. Today is the 14th, I believe. Losing track of time there a little bit sometimes. And I've got a longtime Facebook friend that's with me, and I don't know that we've ever actually connected in person or done something like this. So it's really good to get to actually connect with and meet a longtime Facebook friend. Reverend Jeff Radcliff is with me.
Hey, Robert, it's nice to see you and to talk to you. No, this is the first that we've interacted live and in person.
Live and in person, exactly. Other than maybe
Exactly.
chatting on the same thread together. I know we've done
Exactly.
that before. So, well, good. And I'm glad you're with me. For those that are tuning in, if this is your first time catching this broadcast, the idea is that every morning at 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time, I do a morning prayer, and then every evening at 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time, I do an evening prayer. And real quickly after starting this, I realized I wanted to pray with my friends, and in this case, somebody that I haven't prayed with before. And the program is based on the power of prayer. So if there is something in your heart, something that you would like added into one of our live prayer sessions, please, by all means, shoot me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. Or if it's not something you want known publicly, let me know. I'll get you in my prayer book here. Make sure that we're praying on your requests throughout my day. So that's how that works. And Reverend Jeff, I'm going to ask you kind of the same thing that I ask everybody. Um, it is definitely a time of transformation here on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of tired of calling it an interesting time or a unique time or it's it's a time of transformation. I'm calling it the season of awakening. But really, what I think my question is, what's throughout all of this? What's been in your heart? What's been in your prayer requests?
Well, to tell you the truth, Reverend Robert, I'm pretty much of an extroverted introvert. I can be out there whenever I need to be, but I also need my alone time. So this downtime has not been tough for me at all. And my partner is the same. Uh, and so he's been furloughed for almost a month now. So we've just been kind of being together, but also enjoying solitude
Mm,
from the rest of the world. Um, so I'm finding it interesting that I see people posting on social media how they're going stir crazy, cabin fever, and they're running out of things to do. And I'm like, are you serious? Sit down and pray, sit down and meditate, read a book. You find it within yourself. Know thyself, Socrates said. So I've been using that time to do that.
mm, yeah. Yes, I agree 100%. And there's a there's a piece in there, right? I don't want to guilt anybody if they don't feel like motivated or they want to just sleep and rest
Right.
and that's great. And for myself, I can't help but look at this as a time to move forward, to prepare for what's next, to learn some new things, and that's part of it, folks. Right? This program normally happens at 8:15 in the evening Mountain Time. Tuesday nights it happens at 8:30 because for the first time in a long time, I'm taking a class, not teaching a class. I do enough of that. I'm taking a class, and that class doesn't let out till 8:30, so I sneak out a few minutes early. It's an internet class. I think they don't mind, but I sneak out a little early to.
That's what I've been doing.
And the point is, use this time to better yourself, whatever
Mhm.
way or whatever form that takes. So
Yeah, I just finished up an internet class just a week or so ago, and preparing to go into another one. So
good.
yeah, this is a fruitful time for everybody if they find it to do.
Yes, exactly. So, all right. Well, let's get to some prayer work here. Folks, this is what we call share a prayer. So, I'm going to let Reverend Jeff get us started. He's going to pray. And at some point, Spirit will kind of give him that little nudge or a little sign or something that says, you're done. Pass it over. He'll send it my way and I'll run with it for a little bit. wrap up our prayer, and then we'll say our goodnights, let you know how to stay in touch with us and things of that nature. So, Reverend Jeff, please take us away.
Thank you. Gratefully, we acknowledge the one life of the universe, that life which we call God. And that life is a perfect life. Perfect meaning not only without flaw, but also meaning not lacking any essential thing. And that life is my life. It's Robert's life. It's the life of everyone who is tuned in. That life is God's life, and we are intimately connected because God expresses in, through, and as us. And as physical incarnations of spirit, we are perfect. We lack nothing. Anything that we need for our lives to flow completely, smoothly, and joyously are ours for the taking. We can look around and maybe not see them, but with the eyes of faith, we can know that those things are already accomplished, and we allow that knowingness to be so. So we allow God to express through us perfectly as health and well being, even in the midst of a pandemic where we see other people panicking and living in fear. We can live confidently knowing that we have what it takes to meet this challenge and to overcome it. Because in God there is only good, in God there is only health. And so as we look at this event that is happening worldwide, this is our opportunity to remember that we are perfect, whole, and complete.
Hmm. And recognizing that there is a divine play, a divine power at play here, knowing that there is truly no separation. The internet, the wires and the connections and the way that things travel through the internet. I know that Reverend Jeff is still with us, even though the video may be frozen. I know the consciousness is here. I know his essence is here, for he is one of God, and so there is nowhere else he could be than right here. There is a divine unfolding that's happening, and it happens through the technology. It happens through our daily lives. It happens through the connections and the interactions, through all the different pieces and parts of the puzzle. There is a divine unfolding, a divine revision that is revealing itself. That is God's handiwork. God's handiwork revealing this grand vision for my life, for your life, for all life. And I echo the words of Reverend Jeff. There is only one life. That life is God's life. It is a perfect life. And that life is my life right now, your life right now, all life right now. So I know there is something that's happening on this planet, and some call it a sickness, some call it a virus, some call it a disease. I call it God. For even in the midst of the ugliness, there is God. God bringing forth a healing, God bringing forth a sense of surrender, God bringing forth relief and release and engagement and recovery. So I know the oneness is with and in and around and all about. I know that oneness animates all life. And I know that in the midst of this, there is good.
Yes.
There are those that are
Mm.
saying yes to leaving the planet and moving on to the next great dimension, the next great dimension of livingness, of living. There are those choosing to stay on the planet here and live in this body temple, in this ideal, in this paradigm. Regardless of the choice, what I know is everyone's a divine expression of God, and so everyone's making the perfect choice. To wear a mask or not, to stay in or not, to work or not. It is all a great opportunity for humanity to reflect on the good, to reflect on what is true, and then choose. Choose differently, choose newly. To let go of the old and let go of what no longer serves, so there may be a new paradigm that is emerging, so that we may embrace a new paradigm of livingness, of community, of neighborliness, of love and light and beauty and compassion. And what I know beyond any question is, at the very center, there is the
And
one maestro, one absolute source that is forever taking on form, abandoning that form, and taking on new form. And I am in a place of absolute trust, deep, deep faith that God's got this. It is not my work.
right.
It is God's work that is being done. And it is being done by God's hands, by the hands of the doctors and the nurses and the orderlies, by the hands of the truck drivers and those working in the supermarkets and all the essential functions. God's hands doing the work of developing vaccines and transfusions and treatments. God's hands doing the work of maintaining business and order and, yes, even the political system. God's hands doing this work. And it is good, because it really could be no other way.
Exactly.
So I recognize the blessing in the midst of the weirdness. I recognize the blessing in the midst of the question. And most especially, I rest in the knowingness that God's got this. So with a grateful heart, I release this word into the law that has already said yes, that is already working upon this word to bring it into demonstration, into manifestation. I release the word into the law and I let it be. I let go, I let God be God. And I invite anyone that hears these words to join in an affirmation of this truth by just simply saying, and so it
So,
is.
yes, and so it is.
And so it is. Well, Jeff, we lost your signal there for just a little brief time, and I felt that was the perfect little nudge from Spirit to jump in, so we did that. Folks, if you want to stay...
What a segue, right?
Exactly. So, folks, if you want to stay in touch with Reverend Jeff, learn a little bit more about his work in the world, check out the Facebook group, GIATI. If you don't know what that is, it's God is All There Is Ministries, GIATI Ministries.
And don't forget that hyphen in between, or you'll get lost.
There is a hyphen in
Yeah,
between
there
that.
is a hyphen in between.
See, I didn't notice that when I copied it off of Facebook. Let's put that hyphen in there right now and make sure everybody's got the right address. And we'll make sure that we paste this video over on that page. You'll be able to find it that way, and we'll make sure there's a link in the comments for this as well. So, well, Reverend Jeff, thank you so much for being with me this evening.
Thank you for allowing me to join you. I really enjoyed being with you.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we get you in the rotation and have you back again. And as far as, again, folks, remember, I'll be back here again tomorrow morning, 8:15 Mountain Time. Between now and then, check out the good news. Episode 40 just went live today. 40 episodes of the good news. It's a quick 15-minute podcast. I record it once a week, and you can check it out over on goodnews.transistor.fm/episodes. And if you're more of the boogie music type, please check out New Thought Radio. newthoughtradio.net, positively inspiring tunes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are here to uplift your journey throughout the universe. So I thank you all for being with us. We're going to take our leave here. We're going to try something a little new here tonight on the way out. So please know you are loved, and we'll see you in the morning. Until then, peace and blessings.